Good morning. How are you? This is Marianne Grant, Life in Harmony podcast. Today is the first day of your life. It's important. What are you going to do with it? Remember, I said to you that I'm going to talk about what's controlling you, and let's first work on any of the residue that you left behind mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, sexually from yesterday that you're carrying over today. If you get that cleaned up, we could talk about sarcasm. Sarcasm is anger, emotions, bad attitude, enabling, people pleasing, not able to say no, drugs, alcohol, pills, relationships, sex, lust, love, anger, rage, porn, controlling everyone around you but yourself, distractions everywhere. Then you do nothing but have excuses, gambling, working out, food addiction, binge TV, phone, podcast, news, caffeine, surgery, pain, in your relationship with a man or a woman, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, abusing one another, and you may want to add to the list. Okay, today I'm going to talk about enabling and denial. It is so powerful. What we do to our children, with our partners, with everybody we love. And remember, this has been passed down from generation to generation, and it's like we have to relearn everything we learned because so many generations just didn't get it right. There was a lot of abuse that went on with men, women, controlling people, putting them in their places. They actually were animal-like, inhuman. And this whole podcast is about each and every one of us just learning how to love at a level we never dreamt we could love. And remember that we do this with our animals, we do this with people we love, we do this with friends, and it's a process. It's like relearning everything that we have learned, and the work is so worth it. When I say enabling, when we destroy our children from not taking responsibility of what they need to do. When we say we're going to do something, we have to follow through with what we say we're going to do. We need boundaries. We need discipline. We need structure. And that's how people feel safe and feel loved. And we need to do this with our animals. Cesar Malone used to say, it's not the animal's problem, it's the parents that are the problem. Too much love, 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 kiss, 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 give, give, give. Too much is not good. We need to learn how to suffer. We need to learn how to handle our pain. We cannot take our children's pain away. We cannot take our partner's pain away. We all have to go through our own amount of pain. I'll give you some examples. When my son was done with school, I told him his last day was on such and such day. He didn't believe me. I said, I'm willing to work with you until you're done with school, and then it's time for you to go on your own. And I gave him the date. And he came home, and I said, if you're not out, the mattress will be on the porch. Well, I put the mattress on the porch. I said, today, you're going to MF me and love me in a year. And he did. He was so grateful. But at the time, he was really pissed off. And it's the same with people that we work with, our partners, just following through. What happens is we end up giving, and resent what we're doing. It's about that balance, not giving too much. Teaching people how to be responsible. And in relationships, it happens the same way. You give too much, and then you end up starting to resent the fighting, the yelling. And it all starts out slow with the nastiness with each other and what we do to one another. And then it progressively gets worse. And I want you to know something just from my past relationships and my relationships now. If you don't nip the nastiness in the beginning, it progressively gets worse. It could be verbal abuse. It could be physical abuse. You know, men and women are equally screwed up. The women are swinging just like the men. It's not a male-female thing. It's happening everywhere. And the other thing, too, a lot of people go outside, they get dressed. I worked with this one woman attorney. She said to me, I go home and we look like the Jerry Springer show, my husband and I. And these are all successful people. Well, you don't have to have drugs and alcohol to act this way. There's a lot of inhumanness that people do straight. and they justify it in the denial. We get up, we get dressed, we have a beautiful job, we look good, but when we shut the door, it's amazing the hell that goes on inside people's homes. And today is to work on your denial. And when you see these things happening, if you're walking on eggshells with your husband or your wife, it's time to start nipping this stuff, because it's progressively going to get worse and somebody's going to get hurt. I remember with my first marriage, we were professional all day. We looked good outside, and then we abused each other all night with the drugs and the alcohol. And this behavior's happening everywhere. It's with professionals. It's with well-educated people. I work with them. They come to me. I do counseling, so I know. I worked with the richest of the richest. And those are the hardest. The ones that get dressed up, the ones that are the most intelligent, have the hardest time getting help and asking for help. And that pride and ego will kill you every time. And that's where the suicidal thoughts come in. That's where, like, when you're the president or the vice president, everybody comes to you for advice, but you have a hard time getting help yourself personally. And I've seen it in my own life with working with these people. Those are the ones that are in the most danger, is when you're too smart. There's a lot of narcissism going on in our society today, where people have a hard time looking in the mirror and they're so perfect and they can do no wrong and they can't see past their nose. Very dangerous place to be. So if you're one of those people, I suggest you start working with somebody you can really trust and get honest with, and knock down that wall and start looking in the mirror. Let's talk about the balance, how it always comes back to the balance. When we give too much, we take on other people's work. If we don't have that balance, we end up resenting, and somebody gets destroyed, and we cheat everybody around us. Balance, not too much of anything, our kids, our partner, our play. When we stay balanced, it's life in harmony. When we abuse ourselves, if everyone we love is infected by it, you cheat yourself and everyone around you. The level of love and respect you give yourself, that is the level of love and respect you get in return. The goal for all of us is life in harmony. Our thinking can make or break us. That is why we have to check our thinking and attitude all day long until it's as natural as going to the bathroom, or else you get backed up. This, my friend, is the greatest gift you give yourself. Remember, behind every breakdown, there is a breakthrough around the corner. People say, I want to help be a part of taking care of the world. Here's the good news. If you truly take care of yourself all day and be a living example, that is taking care of the world. We all have gifts. We all have work to do. That is the true meaning of taking care, caring the world. Doing your part, no exceptions. The answers lie inside of you. Your words mean nothing. You smooth talkers, your actions are the key to everything. And when you say something and you don't follow through, you lose the trust. And once you lose the trust, nobody respects you. I'm going to read a positive saying from Michael Singer that I absolutely love. Okay, spirituality. Spirituality begins when you decide you will never stop trying. Spirituality is the commitment to go beyond no matter what it takes. It's an infinite journey based upon going beyond yourself every minute of every day for the rest of your life. If you're truly going beyond, you're always at your limits. You're never back in the comfort zone. A spiritual being feels as though they're always against the edge and they're constantly being pushed through it. One should view their spiritual work as learning to live life without stress, problems, fear, or melodrama. This path of using life to evolve, spirituality is truly the highest path. Trust the process. Eventually, you will realize that you cannot actually hurt yourself if you go beyond your psychological limits. If you are willing to just stand at the edge and keep walking, you will go beyond. You used to pull back when it got uncomfortable. Now you relax and go past that point. That is all it takes to go beyond. Go beyond where you were a minute ago by handling what's happening now. So take whatever that is that you need to break through the wall. Where are you in your limits? Write about one area of your life. What makes you feel uncomfortable? Write that down right now. What's making you feel uncomfortable? Write about how you can go beyond that. Think about a solution of how you can go beyond that. Can you handle the discomfort and relax through it? That's about breaking through the walls. So that could be like people pleasing, learning how to say no, standing up to your husband, standing up to your wife, communicating, all those things that made you feel uncomfortable. That's what it means about breaking through the wall. You can do it. And once you get started doing it, it starts to get easier and easier and easier. It's these small little things that we do for ourselves, and we become better and better and better. And that's what I mean about mastering your day, mastering your life, empowering who you are. And guess what? It's a win-win for everybody. And your partner starts to be themselves. We cheat each other by pleasing each other and being miserable. The people pleasing destroys us. Why don't your wife be who she needs to be? You be who you need to be. And when you're together, you're absolutely great together. All right. I'm going to read a part from my book here. Okay, we are on page 23. Be your own loving higher self. Do not be judgmental of people who speak of their beliefs. He, she, it. Use your own words, but try to have respect. Be open to others' choice of words. They might not agree with your choice, but they are only words. Your main focus is that your own loving higher self is not an abusive higher self. This step is difficult. At this point in my life, the word God seemed foreign to me. I believed there was someone out there looking after me. I am a living example of some higher power guiding me every step of the way. Yet, I hated church. I thought I would be judged as a religious fanatic. Nonetheless, my mom and dad were very religious. They were both caring people. My parents shared much of their faith in God, both in church as well as in our community. As I got older, I created my own belief system and my own sense of spirituality. This was something I could trust and live and believe in. My spiritual recovery started staring after my husband went to prison. I had hit bottom. I needed something more powerful to hang on to and guide me. I was into my food addiction with refined sugar. One day, as I was training a client, I saw the book called Overeaters Anonymous. This made sense to me, and I needed plenty of help at the time. I was willing to try anything. So I went to their first meeting, and I heard the word God, and it scared me. I almost walked out, but something inside me told me to stay. I knew I would receive direction, peace, and serenity. Okay, when I first started out working on myself, and when I did walk into the rooms and heard the word God, to me, God was always punishment. I was always being punished. In church, you're always being punished for everything you did. So I had to create my own meaning of a higher power, of a loving God, and that as I started to get better and have more faith in what I was doing, I grew to appreciate a loving God, a higher source. And how could you look up into the universe, the sky, the rain, how beautiful our universe operates? There is something so much more powerful than each and every one of us. In the Jewish community, when they put their yarmulkes on, that means they're standing and they have a higher source. That yarmulke means they're not in charge, that there's something so much higher in charge. And that's how I feel. I feel so protected in the morning. I have a higher power in my life. I have a God in my life. I have a faith, and my constitution is so strong with my faith that no matter what I do, I feel protected with everything that I'm doing. And it's absolutely profound. And each and every one of us has to find something that we can really respect and look up to. It's about consciousness. And they get caught up into the words. God conscious means doing the higher source of what would be better than abusing ourselves. It's about loving ourselves. It's not about abusing ourselves. And we all need something to follow. We all need boundaries. We all need discipline. We all need structure. And if we don't follow that, we become worse and worse in our life. I feel safe and protected with my higher source. Okay, we can all heal together one day at a time. It is a decision from our head to our heart. I'm going to read the checkoff list. Okay. Work on one thing at a time. Eventually, it will be a way of life. Don't do too much of anything. Balance is most important. And I'm finding that I'm doing really well with my program. Remember, I said you can't do everything perfectly. I had a little slip up with my snacks with my grandson yesterday, but I got back on track with my dinner. Again, just try to change one thing, do it for 30 days. You don't have to do it perfectly, but what happens is we just keep getting better and better and better. Never ever quit, never give up. And you're never going to do it perfectly, and that's okay. I am clean and clear of all diseases and negative thoughts. What's controlling you? I accept today where I am powerless. I have control where I have choices. I will reach out for help and use my tools today. I accept today and understand the only person I can change or regulate is myself. I will take time to hug and kiss my loved ones around me. I will show my partner today how much he or she is appreciated, needed, and loved. I will speak up for myself today. I will be true to ourselves. The answers lie inside each and every one of us. We need to be a priority to ourselves, and the rest will follow. Everything we do is a practice and a discipline to master what we want. I will take charge of my life today and realize I am in charge of all my decisions. I will know when it's time to bow out and let go and trust the process. I will set realistic goals for myself. I will get 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight. I will set healthy boundaries around myself today. I will not allow anybody to speak to me with disrespect. I will make a conscious effort to eat healthy meals. I will take my vitamins, food supplements today. I will drink 6 to 8 glasses of water today. I will be good to myself today. Whoever can see through all fear will always be safe. I will talk with someone I trust and respect and be honest with them. Accountability is key. Cannot do it alone. I will trust the process and reach out to my higher power today. I will say thank you for everything that happens to me today, good or bad. I will not do anything to cause harm to myself or others today. I am willing to change today. I will exercise today. I will pray for the well-being of myself and others today. I will write a list of all the things I want in a partner. If I become it, I will attract it. Discipline is freedom. Do 2 things a day you don't want to do, and trust the process. And those 2 things for me are always getting up early. I hate getting up early, and doing my workout. Once I do my workout, everything is fantastic. I can handle anything that comes my way. It's my shield, it's my guard, it's my protection, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. Okay, if you want to reach me, you can email me at createyourspirit@gmail.com. Leave your number, and you can order books. You can send them out as gifts. And if you want to do workshops, I could teach you how to do the workshops in groups. Leave your number. I will teach you over the phone of how to go about it. If you want to learn about my services, Life in Harmony online, again, you can leave your number. I will call you and I will go over everything with you. I'm doing my podcast 5 days a week. Please reach out to everybody you love and respect. Let them know about the podcast. Have them hit subscribe so the podcast will automatically come to them. Please have them start from the introduction in the beginning, podcast number 1. There's order to all this craziness. You don't want to skip the steps. You want to do it in order to benefit from it the most. And remember, I want you to have a bewildering day today, and thank you for listening.